Meetup series, We Talk Business. And today we're going to be talking about what is the difference between business goals, strategies, and tactics, and which strategies are the most effective. And now, you guys are all Amsterdam based, I think, so you've probably been to both of these spots, right? Vondel Park and Central Station. So let's just imagine for a moment you're hanging out in Vondel Park. It's a nice sunny day, unlike today, but it's a nice day, or maybe you're having a picnic with your friends and hopefully 1.5 meters apart. But once you're done with that, you decide, okay, now I want to go to Central Station. So that is your goal, right? That's what you want to do. So what we're talking about here are strategies in terms of how we would get there, right? So I circled bike because, I'm just going to say, hey, we are in Amsterdam after all. Biking is easy. Biking is fun. I think it's going to be an effective strategy. I'm making this analogy here, right? And also, I'm naturally good at biking. So that makes sense. And I just enjoy it. So let's just say that's the strategy I'm going to choose. So quite literally, the strategy is the path to achieving the goal, the path to success. It's, how you get from point A to point B. So then the next question from there is, more specifically, how? These details are the tactics. So, you've got the branding, the operation, the execution. These could be the details, and I'm having a bit of fun with this example, right? And I'm going to get to some real business examples coming up. But so now, when it comes to the word strategy, for a lot of us, or for a lot of people, the word strategy seems a bit scary, or daunting, or complex. But strategy doesn't have to be complicated. Because at its core, all that strategy really means is how. How you're going to go about achieving your goals. And people talk about business strategy, brand strategy, pricing strategy, launch strategy, and on. But, really, I think at its core, it's like a method. It's how you're going to go about doing something. And the word strategic, being strategic, I just think of that as being thoughtful. So thinking long-term versus short-term, making choices in a thoughtful way versus a random way. Yeah. So to begin, you need to first get clear on what your business goals are. You need to get clarity there. And then you need to focus in on a few strategies. This is important, not 1,000 strategies. You need to just pick a few that are going to work for you, that maybe are ones that you think are going to be effective, strategies that you can successfully execute given your strengths and your skills, strategies that interest you. So you pick a few, you focus in on a few strategies that can effectively get you there. And then, of course, you have to take action and actually execute all the little details. So having a bit of fun here too. These are some photos from my travels over the years and around the world. Probably like a lot of you guys, travel is one of my favorite things to do. While we're on the topic of travel, also, I want you guys to type into the chat either A, B, or C. I'd love to hear, what's your travel style? Are you the kind of person like before you go, you like to really research and kind of come up with a plan of like what you want to do? Or are you kind of one of those people like you're just going to buy that plane ticket, land there, then figure it out and kind of wing it? Or are you somewhere in the middle, like maybe a B? Yeah. Oh, a lot of Bs. Okay. Yeah. It's nice to be able to go, with the flow a bit too. And like, so you have that room for some flexibility.
Yeah.
Just like things typically go wrong when you travel. Like you gotta be agile.
Yeah.
You get lost or you get sick or like something happens, right? But I also like to be a little bit planned about it, because then when I get there, I feel like, oh, now I know I don't need to like stress out about like researching stuff, or maybe the Wi-Fi is not working. So I kind of have a sense of the key things that I want to do. And for me, that makes me feel empowered and just relaxed. Like I can get there and just relax. I'll create a little like extremely simple plan like this. So if I'm going somewhere for 5 days, I'll write down some of the key things that I might do on each day. But then what happens is like each day I wake up there and I say, well, what do I actually feel like doing? I kind of thought I'd do a walking tour today, but I'm kind of tired. I think I'll do something else. Or I plan to do maybe a boat ride, but it's raining. So no, I'll do that on a different day, you know? So the point is that I'm trying to get at here is that a plan does not have to be complicated, stressful, or written in stone. And this is, I think, a great analogy for business, because I think this is how we should all approach business, you know, with a thoughtful plan, goals, and strategies based on the research, but keeping it simple, focused, and flexible. So let's say that one of your business goals is that you want to build your reputation as an expert in whatever topic area that's relevant to you and your business. So another way to say that is you're looking to build authority, build your personal brand, which is write article on that topic on LinkedIn. Now, let's just say that is a valid strategy, but let's say, like I hate writing, or I'm a terrible writer. It's just like, it takes me forever to write. Let's just say that's just not, that in that case would not be a good strategy. But offer a workshop. Let's say that's something, that's something I could be good at. That's something I'm interested in. I think that's going to be an effective strategy for me because it's aligned with my strengths and interests, because research shows that it's a strategy that works well in my niche. And, you know, hey, let's try it. Let's experiment. Let's see what happens. Okay. So let's say I do this workshop. Of course, getting into the tactics, now I'm going to have to maybe create a promotional page on my website. I'm going to have to promote that workshop everywhere. I'm going to maybe use Eventbrite for ticket sales for the workshop, et cetera, et cetera. So that's just executing on the details. Now, in terms of results, so let's say that I do this workshop and 10 people come to the workshop. And afterwards, most of them were super happy. They gave me great feedback and testimonials. And maybe on top of that, hey, I made like €300 in profit. So those are all great results, right? Let's say, in fact, even beyond those results, beyond the workshop, because I did so much event promotion, I like promoted it everywhere on social media, and maybe I even did some Facebook ads or whatever I did, that I got huge visibility out of just promoting it, promoting a workshop on that particular topic. So therefore people are associating me now with that topic. So I raised my profile, and maybe even because I did all that, I got a couple speaking invitations, and somebody maybe invited me to speak at their conference on that topic, or somebody asked me to do a little training in their Facebook group on that topic. So these are all examples of amazing results. And if I had gotten all those results out of doing that workshop, I would then say to myself, wow, that is a strategy that works. That really made a big impact for me and my business. So I need to find more ways to do more of that. I need to do more workshops or more trainings and that kind of thing, because I've found out that that's a strategy that really works for me. So 3 questions. Number 1, ask yourself from now until January 1st, how much money do you want to make? This is the revenue goal. I mean, we talked about goals, strategies, and tactics. Certainly, perhaps the most important goal that you set for your business is your revenue goal. So you want to have a number in mind. And another way to think about that is you could think about a monthly revenue goal and then just times that by 6. And then number 2, what are you going to sell? What products and services are you going to sell to make that number? So write down a list of like 3 to 5 things, don't make it too many, but what are the actual things you're going to sell? Set the prices, and then you can just go backwards from there and calculate. Now you know how many of those things you need to sell to achieve that goal number. Make sense? And then finally, how are you going to sell it? Now, this is where the marketing sales kind of strategies and tactics come into play.